Some movement in the lawsuit where the country of Mexico is suing American gun manufacturers here in America in the First Circuit because those manufacturers selling their products legally and lawfully here in America. Well, Mexico claims that that's the reason that their crime is out of control and their violence is skyrocketing. And I want to tell you all about it, but I want to thank the sponsor of the video, and that's Blackout Coffee, guys and gals. We at Blackout Coffee are so grateful for your support. We're going to be moving to new digs, a bigger place, so we can do more and handle more because we have outgrown our current facility, and our guys and gals are working tirelessly. Blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. We have coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. Check us out. Flavors aplenty, whole bean, ground, K-Cups. You know where to find it, right down below. Now, I want to talk to you about this lawsuit, and I want to thank my friend Emily in the Attorney General of Montana, Austin Knutson's office, because I just found out that he has just led a coalition of 20 attorneys general fighting back. They submitted an amicus brief in this case, and the amicus brief is magnificent. Guys and gals, I want to say, look, if you're in Montana, you have a really good one. AG Knutson, you've seen his work on this channel a lot because he's stepping up for his residents. Y'all have got a good one. Let me show you the first page here of this amicus brief. And the lawsuit is Estados Unidos Mexicanos, which is the plaintiffs, versus Smith & Wesson, Barrett, Beretta, Glock, Ruger, Whitmer Public Safety Group, which is Interstate Arms here in Massachusetts, Century Arms, Beretta Holdings, Glock GES MBH, and Colt. And I'm going to say, I've covered this lawsuit for the last 2 years that it's been going on. One name you're not going to see in there, which I believe destroys Mexico's lawsuit just this quick. They're suing all these companies because of all of the bad things happening in Mexico. What's the one company they're not suing? Yeah, the one that they have a military contract with, and that's SIG. That alone should toss this case right out. However, here we are. AG Knutson is leading a coalition of 20 states against a foreign attack on the American firearms industry. In the amicus brief filed yesterday, the 20 attorneys general seek to protect the law-abiding firearms manufacturers within their borders and to uphold the rights of their citizens to keep and bear arms. The Mexican government is seeking $10 billion from several major U.S. firearms manufacturers, saying these companies are responsible for the violence in their country. A U.S. district judge dismissed this lawsuit in September, and the Mexican government appealed. The Montana-led coalition filed the amicus brief calling on the United States Court of Appeals in the First Circuit to affirm the district court's decision and dismiss all claims against the American companies. Quick quote from the brief. Again, I'll have it linked down below if you want to read it. It's 31 pages. It says, Mexico advances a legal theory that is unsupported by fact or law. On the facts, American gun manufacturers are not responsible for gun violence in Mexico. Rather, policy choices by the Mexican government, policy failures in the United States, I don't know, maybe called Fast and Furious, and independent criminal actions by third parties are alone responsible for gun violence in Mexico. And on the law, even if Mexico could establish but-for causation between the manufacture of guns in America and gun violence in Mexico, intervening criminal actions preclude finding proximate causation between a gun's legal sale and the harm caused by it. Now, in this lawsuit, Mexico blamed the expired Bill Clinton assault weapon ban as the cause of their rising gun violence. However, in the 3 years post-ban, the gun violence went down in Mexico. And the homicide rates in Mexico didn't go up until after 2006, when they finally declared war against the cartels. And what had happened before then? Well, the cartels basically ran territories and took over. And as police fled the scene, beat feet and quit and backed out, and military personnel quit and backed out, the cartels seized their weapons. So while, yeah, they probably are using some guns made in America and some guns made elsewhere as well, it's not because Smith & Wesson or any of these other groups is running guns down to Mexico. Glock's not running guns to the Mexican cartels. That's like the American government. That's Barack Obama and Eric Holder and the ATF. They did that. It's well documented. Yeah, they did that. Not these companies. Mexico claims that American guns are among the deadliest and most often recovered at crime scenes in Mexico, But only a minority of the guns recovered at crime scenes in the country, some researchers believe about 12%, while Mexican officials estimate it to be only 18%, can be tracked back to the United States. Among those, many were sold to the Mexican military or law enforcement and ended up in cartel hands as the result of military or law enforcement desertion. Even if cartels are using American-made guns in the commission of crimes, it is not the fault of the American gun manufacturers. The Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act protects them from liability stemming from criminal misuse of guns when they lawfully sell or manufacture firearms in the United States. The law was passed in direct response to lawsuits from anti-gun groups seeking to financially cripple the firearms market, just as Mexico is doing here, recycling the tactics of the American anti-gun lobby. And who do you think's paying for this? One more quote from the brief. The activity that Congress shielded from liability, the production and sale of firearms, occurred entirely in the United States and is protected from the criminal actions of third parties wherever that may occur. Mexico's lawsuit rests on a legal theory that is unsupported by fact or law. This court should affirm the district court and dismiss all claims against the defendants. Now, I mentioned there were 20 attorneys general joining suit, 20 states joining this. Here they are. In addition to AG Knudsen, you have the AGs from Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, New Hampshire, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. And Tennessee should be on there because that's where Smith & Wesson is. So again, I will have a link down below to this amicus brief if you want to read it. It's pretty damn good. Way to go to these attorneys general. AG Knudsen, keep doing what you're doing. And thank you for letting me know what's going on. I really appreciate it. Guys and gals, let me know what you think down below. Should Mexico be able to cripple American gun manufacturers because the Brady's and the likes are funneling money to get them to do it because they think, oh, we can't do it anymore. Maybe Mexico can do it. Well, maybe the United States should stop giving Mexico all the money we do because their budget is mostly our money. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe, guys and gals. I love each and every one of you. If you're into the Second Amendment, whether it be litigation or legislation, I will bring it to you right here on this channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.